Awesome effort. The turnovers obviously was a huge part of this game. 5-0, and a lot of positives coming out of this thing.
How did your first win feel when you were celebrating in the locker room with the team afterwards?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, this is a special group. Their resiliency to hang in there through some challenging times the first month. By no means is it the perfect script to start a journey together as a group, but I thought our guys just battled the entire game, and it was really fun to see those guys. Yeah. Obviously, you got to get in the win column first, and then obviously you can carry momentum, hopefully moving forward, and we can feel it. We know what it looks like. We know what it feels like, and so now we got to keep getting better. This is what an NFL season's about. You got to keep getting better, and more opportunities will come ahead of us.
How would you describe what the mood was like in the locker room? I guess it's fairly happy.
Yeah, it's an awesome group. We have an awesome group. I love the energy. I love the joy that these guys bring each and every day, and certainly, for a lot of our guys, it's not just obviously me. It's a lot of this group is coming together for the first time. For Spence, for him battling through a lot of things through the last year and a half for him, and so I was fired up for him as well.
Kellen, could you talk a little bit more about the defense? You got down 14-3, but boy, the turnovers just started.
Yeah, turnovers, resilient group, and, the play style, you never know which play is going to make a difference in the game through all four quarters. And I thought, our defense just did an incredible job of attacking the football. To create 5 turnovers in a game is really, really special.
What did you see in the one from Brian Brzee that Jordan hadn't returned? What did you see about what Brian was able to do?
Yeah, just excellent job attacking the football. And I haven't seen the perfect look yet, but I've seen one. He's attacking the football, and I think that's the special thing. We've seen it throughout the NFL the last couple days, through the NFL. Certainly Thursday night was an example again by the Niners. And so, these defense linemen, they just keep attacking the football, and eventually it's going to pop out.
If you don't mind, could you describe your personal, what you're thinking as you're watching that play, that emotional thing?
Yeah, I mean they were grinding it out, and so they were grinding out a long drive, and so for our guys to make that play immediately, as soon as Jordan scoops up the ball, I think he immediately looked to what's ahead of him, and there was a whole lot of green grass, and I thought our guys did an excellent job getting out in front of him, creating a couple blocks, just securing it, and so allowing him to go score. It was a game-changing play.
Did you see anything different you liked about what the defense did today? Because it wasn't going all that easy early in the game before they were really kind of.
Yeah, I thought just continue to attack the football, and so I thought our defense line continued to rush, continue to find plays. Jackson's going to be a really good quarterback in this league. He's a really good player. He's going to buy time. Plays are going to last longer. It's going to be challenging for our defense line, and they just got to keep going for it.
What did you see from Kellen McKinstry throughout the week leading up to what was a big game for him?
Yeah, just so happy for him. He is a phenomenal player. We think the world of him. He's played some hard downs the first few weeks of the season, and for him to come up with 2 big-time interceptions and made a bunch of plays throughout this entire game, I was so fired up for Kool-Aid. He deserved everything that's coming his way this week, and so we're really excited for him.
The same question for Sanker, especially with Justin going out early.
Yeah, obviously Justin going out early, challenging situation. Jonas hopped in there and obviously continued to play, and then Jordan hopped in there, and so big time job by both of those guys.
Get like a lift from Taysom being active today, did that just kind of spark you guys at all?
Yeah, it was fun. It was awesome to see Taysom, to see Foster out there competing, playing. They've been through a lot. Taysom had some hard downs in the run game, and I thought, the play action pass, the opportunity to throw it in that short yard situation was obviously awesome, and thought he made an excellent decision. Really good throw because the corner's playing over the top, and so it was a big time play. We needed that in that situation.
Was he on a snap count today?
Yeah, his role obviously will evolve. He's just coming back, and so I thought, he did punt protection, and then he did some, obviously snaps in some offensive situations, and as he goes, he'll just keep growing that as we go.
When was the decision made for the 2 of them to lead pregame chant, and did you know it was going to get that kind of?
We talked about it earlier in the week. Yeah, once we kind of felt like those 2 were trending and they were going to be ready to play, it was kind of a no-brainer.
At what point was that decision made to have them available for this game?
Felt really good about it going into this week. We had to obviously see the evidence on the field. Both guys hopped into Wednesday's practice, did an excellent job, really reconfirmed what everyone believed. And, again, credit to those guys, their work, credit to our training staff, all the long journey that all those guys have been on. Ben, Sean, the rest of the crew in there. We got some of the best in the business in there, and they work a lot. What these guys have gone through the whole off season, through the summer. Being there at training camp and not being able to participate, and all the things they've had to wait through, for them to be ready when the opportunity presents itself. I think credit to all those guys.
Were you sitting on the one with Taysom for a while, the one that he threw to Juwan Johnson? Were you sitting on that play for a while, like you knew they had played him early, that was going to work later?
Yeah, it was in our pocket based off the look, and so we had a couple plays in those short yardage situations designed for Taysom. Obviously, based off their look, we felt like there's a chance to be aggressive there. We're probably going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so we can be aggressive and see if it happens.
Was that for an offensive mind? Is that exciting? Just have a guy that you can.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun as we build this. Taysom hopped in there. He had a handful of roles in this game. Obviously, some of them weren't really utilized yet, and so there'll be more coming, more expanding, and obviously his ability to just play all these different positions will be a huge advantage for us.
Was that the emotions on the long scoop and score? Whenever you called action earlier in the game, that 87-yard touchdown to Rashid Shaheed, what were you thinking when you saw the ball in the air?
Yeah, as soon as I saw the leverage by the safety and the corner took Juwan, we knew we had an excellent opportunity. Beautiful route, beautiful throw by Spence. It was just it was a really cool play. We needed that. An explosive play. We've been trying to chase these explosives. They haven't happened. It's been frustrating for the whole group, but they're hanging in there. And when that opportunity presented itself, those guys executed at a really high level.
You mentioned how it was a really tough month. Was that play set up by all that heavy you guys ran last week, you think? I think only a two-man route.
Yeah, our numbers obviously have been really heavy run with those bigger packages, and so certainly we had some pass game opportunities in the plan, and that one was able to be successful, and we were able to utilize it.
You mentioned how it was a tough month for your guys, and you talked about the first win, but did it make it, that much sweeter, the fact that, for a couple of those first few games, you guys were so close to getting that win and just weren't able to get over the hump, the fact that you were able to do so now, do you think it made it, a little sweeter?
I think our guys have grown a lot through this journey. We know we've played some good football. We haven't earned the wins that we certainly is the ultimate goal, but I think our guys have battled each and every week. Seattle got away from us. That was the one that was frustrating. The other ones were right in it. We're close. We got to make a couple more plays. We got to find those margins to close a little bit more, and I felt like our guys went out there and played really well this week.
Cooley got matched up against Theo Johnson on a couple of important plays. One that worked out really well at the end. Was there any design to that, or those were just circumstances?
Yeah, there's some circumstance. Yeah, there's some circumstance there based off the call. Sometimes you're matched up against whoever the number one receiver is, based off the presentation and look. And so Kool-Aid responded really well in a bunch of these situations.
Do you like the way, though, that early in the game, obviously Johnson got the size matchup?
Yeah.
But then Kool-Aid handled it the same way.
Yeah. He responded really well. I thought Kool-Aid made a bunch of plays as that game progressed. I thought our guys responded really well. There's times you're going to have advantageous situations. There's times you're going to have hard downs and hard situations. Our guys understand that, and our guys' ability to respond to that is critical.
Remember what's going through your head when you see the lead flicker developing, and then what did you think of Burgess's?
Yeah, obviously, as soon as you see it, oh man, here we go. And awesome play. Burgess, the ability to recognize it, the ability not to panic in that situation, because so many times there's clips all over where guys just go and run into the guy, and okay, we stopped the play, but it's a 50-yard gain in that situation. For him just to still compete, have some patience to himself as far as some calmness, I thought it was a big time play. It was a critical play for us.
Spencer is that bugaboo of being 0-10 as a starter so far. What does it mean to you to be able to help him and guide him to his first victory as a starter?
I thought I did a lot of good. I'm really happy for Spence. He's battled through a lot, through certainly a year and a half of football, here, and so thought he's played a lot of good football this year with us. He's competed each and every week. We've been really close. We haven't gotten it done collectively. For him to get this one, he's earned it. He's earned it, and I thought he had a huge impact on this game in a positive way.
How did you guys were down on the Carl Granderson sack that was called?
Yeah. I saw a sack.
What's your happy on the sideline?
Yeah, it's disappointing just because obviously you're trying to educate your players, and when you don't feel like as a coach you have an answer to help educate your players on how to play the game, that's frustrating because obviously you coach to give those guys the best chance to be successful, and obviously it's going to be a great opportunity for us to learn ultimately whatever the opinion of that play is, because it's a frustrating play when you do so much good, and that's a frustrating one as a coach. You feel like you're helpless in that situation.
How does that process go? Like, do they follow up with you at some point and say, this is why I started this call, and you can use that to teach?
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, we'll see if there is. Sometimes you can get an educational point out of it. Sometimes you don't. And so, yeah, we'll see if our league provides something for really our whole league to figure that out.
When you guys were down 14-3, you scored 23 unanswered to end the game. What impressed you the most about your team's response from that moment on? I know a lot of turnovers mixed in there, but what?
Yeah, I thought the turnovers are huge, and I think our ability to respond and get some points out of the turnovers, I thought, obviously had some value. The way we ended the second quarter, I thought was nice. We missed our opportunity. Defense makes a play. We get another opportunity to at least get some points there and take the lead before half. I thought that was a critical moment for us to, we haven't led a game this year, and so to go in the halftime finally with a lead, feeling the confidence, and then for our guys to come out and play really good football in the second half, I thought spoke to our guys' resiliency.
Does anything stand out about the adjustments Brandon Staley made? Obviously, you guys had a lot more success against our offense in the second half. Anything you could say that he did that helped? Yeah,
I thought our guys, just the communication and just the subtle adjustments throughout a game, I think, are really, really critical, and that's what makes Brandon special. His ability to make those adjustments in the moment, make a different call, make an adjustment. I thought our guys communicated at a really high level on defense. They're going to present a lot of different looks on the back end. I thought our secondary just did an excellent job communicating, being on the same page, being all tied together. Our rush was resilient. Jackson's going to get out and make some plays out in space, and so you got to be able to respond after that. He's going to make a play, and you got to respond, and so credit to all those guys.
How do you evaluate this special teams as a whole?
Yeah, obviously some positives. Certainly we did some good things. It's ultimately not quite good enough. We got to keep battling there. And so we got the right guys. We got a bunch of guys who've had a lot of success in this league. And when you go through bumps, you bring it a little bit closer, you bring it a little bit tighter, you find the solutions together, and we keep moving.
You mentioned offensively the frustration of not having the explosive plays. Do you think a guy like Kool-Aid on the defensive side kind of needed that interception, needed to see one go his way?
Yeah, certainly with Kool-Aid, he's been close on some opportunities. He hasn't quite gotten the ball production yet in his career, and so for him to make 2 plays, I thought awesome job by him. Credit to him. Great plays right when we need them.
Kellen, will you be handing out any game balls after this one?
Yes, absolutely. So we'll we gave Spence and Kool-Aid a couple in there. We'll obviously give plenty more guys on Monday as we evaluate the film and have an opportunity to kind of recognize all the good that came into this game. And so it's an awesome opportunity for our entire team to recognize the good stuff that came out of this.
Do you have any plans to celebrate your first win?
I don't know. I'm tired. These weeks are long, so I'm ready to hang out and get a little sleep.
First of all, did you get ball 2? And second, totally unrelated, but was there another call that was confusing to you in the first half near the pylon? Is that you think you'll be seeking
The challenge?
on that one too? Yeah.
Yeah, the challenge. It was a tricky look. I knew it was kind of a 50-50. We just didn't get a ton of looks. We felt like there was a chance for a replay there. And so, I knew I was taking a little bit of a chance that may not have converted there. They got on line scrimmage. They were able to run the play. Felt like there was a chance where the ball was bobbled at that point. And so, we didn't get it done. And, yes, AK gave me a game ball. AK is the best.
What is this, as best you can say, and I know you don't like questions about yourself, but what does this feel like for you to get this one? Just, a proof of concept kind of thing. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Walking off that field, what does that feel?
No, I think for all of our guys, for all of our coaches, this entire group that's come together, there's a lot of resiliency that's had to come through for 4 games to miss 4 opportunities and to be close and feel like you're playing some good football. And so felt like it was good. Felt like it was a big-time momentum opportunity for our team, establish some winning success, and hopefully it carries on in the future. All right. Thanks, guys. There he is.
Congratulations.